This is a sore subject for some of you, I see.
Mm.
There's a particular producer that ends up on both of these projects.
Both of them.
On one particular project, he's also rapping.
Oh.
We're talking about the legendary Elvis of rap himself, respectfully. No shade, no shade, no shade. AKA Shady. Pun there. Rest in peace, pun. But we're talking about Eminem doing production on the Blueprint with his song Renegade, which music trivia was originally Royce the 5'9" and Eminem.
5'9".
Right. Yep.
Still nonetheless produced by Eminem versus Moment of Clarity, featured on the Black Album, produced solely by Eminem again. Some of you have expressed your opinions already, so I expect this round to sort of move as smooth as a free school lunch on pizza day.
Oh, Philly said that sounds horrible. I don't know
what
which
sounds
one.
horrible.
I
don't like either.
Look, I think he's saying Renegade, but I'm not.
Bad or worse, right? You got to go with bad or worse. So do your thing.
Right.
Like Moses said, M killed Hove on Renegade.
He sure fucking did.
Yeah.
Killed you on your own shit.
Got him. He did
Not said it.
get him.
Here's the weird part about that situation is like, I mean, I'm not a rapper, but I've been around enough musicians to know that, especially in the rap world, if there's going to be a feature and we're not doing this together, like you're sending me a track and I'm sending it back and all that kind of shit, usually, especially on some spitter shit, they're like, nah, you go first. You know what I'm saying? M went first because we all know, I mean, we're all hip hop heads here. We all know there's an original version of Royce the 5'9".
Right.
And M's verses don't change. It's the same fucking verses. Same hook. You know what I'm saying?
JC had the bread though. He had the money, so he bought.
No, it's not about the bread. I mean, yes, he did. I mean, it's not even about how it ended up on the album. It's more about the like. So you had the white boys rhymes, and you still fucked that. You still fumbled that.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, he did. Like
he gave you the record with his hook and his verses, and all you had to do was outshine him, and you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was just happy to have M on it. So
I mean, Eminem's not a slouch though. Eminen's
He's not. But again,
that's 2001, right? Yeah.
That ending. When I say ending, I mean ending in the sense of like I think we can all agree, and maybe I'm wrong. Somebody say if I'm wrong, right? M beat J on that particular.
Of course.
Am I wrong?
yeah, we all know that.
Oh yeah.
So that's what happens when Eminem delivers you a fucking song that he produced, wrote the hook, and dropped like two 12s, right? Or 2 8s?
Yes.
The way it's split up. And like all you got to do is like, all right, well, let me just insert here, and like he did okay. He's not like he's whack on the track.
Nah.
With that level of murdering and homicide going on the song Renegade, is it a better song than Moment of Clarity, which is the song that again was featured on the Black Album? Let's go around the room. Let's wrap this up if that's the case. When we're talking about,
I like listening to Eminem and Jigga together. It was a good track. I liked it, but
so
him as a producer. But I like Eminem. Yeah.
So you're gonna go Renegade?
Yeah. I'm not.
Does anybody else feel the same way or feel differently or have their 2 cents to add to this opinion?
I'm gonna say Renegade because I think people were definitely anticipating that song to see Eminem and Jay-Z on the track, and when they listened to M on it, he was like, "Oh, he bodied that joint," and it was like, but Jay-Z didn't really do as well.
I paid super attention to his verses, and they're fire. They're fire, but they're not. First of all, they have nothing really to do with like M's version of the record, but M is just in this particular case he's a little more visual. Me being again the evil host that I am with all
the evil host.
Yeah, with all these manipulative things that I got. Everybody's taking too long to answer. So now what I do as the manipulative host is I throw a curveball of another.
We don't have enough time for your curveball.
The curveball is coming because no, your vote is in. You and Mastermind are the last ones to got their vote in.
I chose Renegade.
No. You're fast, but you're not that fast, Triple C. I adjust my question just to tighten the screws by removing Eminem's verse as being able to be counted as liking of the song. We're strictly talking production. Does Renegade's production speak to you more than Moment of Clarity's production? Because I know how much everybody hates it. So
I'll take it. So I said it in the chat, but
which production bothers you least?
Renegade. I think Renegade is probably one of Eminem's best produced songs. If you go through all the songs that he's produced, I think that's one of
all sound like
better ones.
Yeah. I got a sprinkle of Dre in this one, like just a little bit with the
yeah.
Jules, I know I said what I said about Mo Declare. Like I was talking about production, but yeah, the one song produced by Eminem that I really have liked out of his whole career has been Renegade. I thought he did an excellent job with it. I thought it was a great song. So I got to give it to that one, even though, I'm not a fan of his production, but he did it right on that one. And I'll give that to that song.
When Eminem produces, you can tell that it's Eminem beat.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
He has his.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Not that Eminem's production is whack. It's just that, like, my man, you got the budget. Why don't you spend the budget? Like, why have we not heard Eminem and Knots? Why have we not heard Eminem and Bink? Why haven't we heard Eminem and Just Blaze? Why, like, where's the Primo and Eminem? Like, what, like,
there's a Primo
Eminem. There's a Primo Eminem?
One track, yeah. Well, Royce. It's with Royce.
It's off the Bad Meets Evil. It's off the Bad Meets Evil album. Is that what it's on?
I don't remember off the top of my head which album.
But he's not by himself, though.
Hey, I stump scan. Hey, I stump scan everybody.
Maybe. DK, we don't know. We need a fact check. We don't know that. We don't know that. We don't know that.
Vegas in the house? Okay.
We need a fact check. We need a fact checker. We don't know that. We don't know that. Let's get ready to wrap this up. It's getting late. So it looks like we have Renegade versus Moment of Clarity on the board right now.
I'll go Renegade. Bro.
I said Renegade. You didn't want to take it.
Renegade because you're a fucking thief, Triple C. You tried to thieve your way into the room, and I said no. Don't get to do that. But yeah, hey, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, an entire room voted one way. It's amazing. If you were a betting man, tonight would be go play lottery, everybody. Just saying. Go play lottery. Ladies and gentlemen, when we talk about Eminem's appearance on both of Jay-Z's classic albums, The Blueprint and the Black Album, we asked the question initially, Renegade versus Moment of Clarity, and then tweeted along the lines of strictly keeping it to production. And looks like no matter what, at the end of the night, this round goes to Renegade, produced by Eminem, which was obviously everybody's favorite song overall compared to these two songs. So this round goes to The Blueprint again. And
how could you look mad sad over there, son?
Yo,
man. If Jules had said compare Jay's lyrics on both, obviously.
Wow.
But,
no, because these guys ain't listening to no lyrics. All these guys are just listening to beats. I already know these guys.
Right.
You guys ain't listening to
I know lyrics.
Quote something right now. Look at you. Somebody quote a line right now. Look at you all quiet.
It's not enough time. We don't have enough time, Juice.
Oh, that's what.
come out. Yeah, didn't it come out 9/11? The Blueprint.
It did. It came out literally on the day of the attacks.
Dropped.
Yeah.
So did Fab's first album.
I bought it to Wiz.
And he released it a week before because of bootleggers.
Which was the 9/11. Yeah, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Just a quick little.
I bought it from the Wiz on Sunrise, Valley Stream.
Sunrise?
Sunrise Highway. Shout out to Sunrise. So guys, we're gonna wrap this up. Again, we do this every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Eats Beats Surrounds the channel. Who do you guys? The show. I'm your host, Yo Jules DJ. Please follow us and everybody here in the room at their Instagram links. Just a couple of quick points I wanted to point out before we wrap up tonight's winner. The Blueprint was a 13-track album that came out in 2001. Jigga's 6th studio album, like is mentioned by Mastermind before, it actually dropped on the day 9/11/2001. Heavy production by Just Blaze and Kanye West, and including the bonus tracks we had mentioned, these that need honorable mention, just like Just Blaze's Breathe Easy, as well as the Girls, Girls, Girls remix, which is entirely other verses as well. New verses for Girls, 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 which is Fire by Kanye West. Debuted debuted at number 1 in the top Billboard 200 and remained there for 3 weeks in a row. Pretty big shit. Sold 427,000 out the gate and eventually went 2 times platinum. Also been selected back in 2019, which is only 2 years ago, by the Library of Congress for preservation in the National Recording Registry. So the fucking Blueprint is in the Library of Congress in some sort of division in there. So that's kind of insane. Also, like I mentioned before, only had one feature, Eminem. Production by Bink, Timbaland, Trackmasters, Blaze, and Kanye. Moving on real quick, Black Album. 2003, 14th studio, 8th studio album by Jay-Z, 6th #1 album when it came out. Actually went down to the number 3 spot on the second week, and then did some shit that happens, but extremely fucking rarely, and I know that for a fact. Jumped back up to #1 on the the third week. Fucking rare. Very fucking rare.
That's rare.
Jumped back up to #1 after a week of going down. So again, more than 2 weeks on the chart as far as #1 position on the top 200. It's his best top-selling album of the 2000s era. Also helped spawn as mentioned by Malcontent earlier, and I think Hobo as well, the Gray album by Danger Mouse, and as well as numerous other classic projects like the DJ Scandalous
Blackest
mixtape.
Oh,
You too can find that somewhere online. I still have copies for sale for $9.99, baby, for the physicals. Holla at me in the DMs. But ladies and gentlemen, another episode down. And again, join us next Monday for another episode where we do this every Monday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But when we're talking about Jay-Z's Blueprint versus the Black Album, we have an official winner. Due to everybody moving like a worm or a slug or a snake together collectively in one, sort of voting
We was following
direction.
the blueprint. We was following the
He was
blueprint.
following the blueprint. Ironically enough, Triple C has called it, ladies and gentlemen. He's opened the envelope early. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's winner is the Blueprint. So give it up.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Hope everybody had a fantastic holiday weekend, and we'll talk soon next Monday.
rest in peace.
Peace.
Salute.
Salute, fellas.
Much love. Salute.
All right.
Easy.